Well, Georgia, Kentucky, Michigan, Maine, and Montana, they all had bomb threats to the state capitol. I would not be surprised if this was right-wingers doing this.
I mean, there's actually two different things going on here. One, hoax bomb threats have become a real problem in this country, with some of them coming from overseas. A few weeks ago, dozens of threats were sent to schools and religious institutions in Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah. And then the second thing is, though, as you said, threats to public officials and election workers have skyrocketed in recent years. And just looking at federal
You know, the threats to the election workers and stuff, that's definitely right-wingers. They're all pissy about supposedly the election, which none of them have been able to prove. So they're going to threaten election workers.
arrests for threats to public officials, there were 38 in 2013 and 74 last year. That's just a small subset. The good news is that making a hoax bomb threat and threatening public officials, those are federal crimes, and people do get caught and prosecuted for doing it, and the FBI is trying to find those people.
And again, do we know that?
Yeah, right-wingers think they're all big and bad making a bomb threat, and then they get arrested and complain there is a two-tier justice system and that they're just a political opponent being arrested.
Details about were these threats called in today, or any more details that you can share with us?
What they're saying is that this was an email. This was a mass email to a number of different places.
And the penalties.
Well, a mass email, they should be able to easily track that email back to the person who wrote the email in their computer using like their IP address and stuff.
Regarding these types, you mentioned that there have been an increased arrest over the last couple of years. But what are some of the penalties here for these felonies?
Yeah, they can carry prison time. These are serious crimes, making an interstate threat, calling in a hoax bomb threat, because they have real repercussions, Gabe.
All right, and Ken, we're also, this also comes just weeks after, somebody was found just outside the Capitol with a weapon on them. Unclear if they were actually threatening members of Congress. But how closely is law enforcement looking into this here in Washington, D.C.?
Well, again, I would separate this phenomenon of hoax bomb threats, which is increasing but has been with us for a long time, and these specific threats to public officials. It may be a
it's definitely good to still look into the hoax bomb threats, because a hoax bomb threat could actually turn out to be a real bomb.
Related phenomenon, but it's two different threat streams, and really the more concerning one is the threats to public officials, because that has been a real thing, and people have actually attacked public officials, including most famously the husband of the Speaker of the House, Paul Pelosi, attacked in his home, and there have been many more.
Yep, and he was attacked in his home by a right-winger, while right-wingers were trying to claim the dude that attacked Pelosi's husband was his left-wing lover.
Threats, horrific threats made to public officials, including to the judge presiding over former President Trump's trial on election suppression charges. So the FBI has said this is a major priority for them. They are trying to investigate these cases, and they are encouraging state and local law enforcement to take this very, very